YouTube is reportedly paying podcasters to film their shows. What? Will, you should have told me about this. Actually, I think I told you about this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw this article. Podcasters are getting up to $300,000. We're not.
No.
Yet. I don't know. You can give it to us if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know what we have to do to qualify, but this is that thing. This is that thing where Spotify came out and they went and they cornered it and they said, yeah, we're going to pay for these, this particular content segment. We're willing to pay for it.
With video.
They wanted the video too.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're YouTube, you're like, well, we're so dominant. Maybe we should stay that way and have the homegrown stuff. And I guess that's where this comes in. I don't know if it's a reaction or if it was part of a plan. They just want to be in on everything. They got they had the videos, they want the shorts, and they want the long form. They want all of it.
Yes.
Because they're YouTube and Google just hired Dieter. So maybe this is actually what it's about, part of it. People close to the situation told Bloomberg that YouTube is offering individual shows $50,000 and up to $300,000 for podcast networks to potentially fund filmed episodes and other video-based content. YouTube has been making small advances towards pleasing listeners on the platform. In October, it began allowing Canadian users to listen to audio without having the app open. And that was previously only available to YouTube Premium subscribers. Did you know this, Will? As a Canadian user, you don't need...
Oh, this was a Canadian lack of a feature?
No, Canadians got the feature first.
Oh, they got it first. I didn't know that.
Tested it, I guess. But we wouldn't know because you have YouTube Premium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so do I. So you wouldn't have noticed it. But you would be able to, like, take this show that you're watching right now. If you're in Canada and you don't have YouTube Premium, you should be able to close the app and have it play in the background so you can listen in your car and still do it on YouTube. Prior to that, and in other regions, you would have YouTube Premium in order to achieve that, which is what I have. I think I still like it. You don't have the ads, plus you get YouTube Music and all the rest of it. But anyway, they also hired Kai Chuck to lead the company's podcasting efforts. And where was he previously? That is significant because, and I'm sure, wait a second. What is this?
Amazon gets live audio game.
What is this? What do we have here? You're going to have to do probably a Command F on that name for us to get, or just Google that name and we'll get right to the bottom of why that's significant. Kai Chuck has been hired to manage the large volume of existing podcasts and relationships across YouTube platform. His title is podcast lead, but Google did not respond to my request for confirmation on that. Per Chuck's LinkedIn, he's been at YouTube for nearly 10 years, focusing mostly on media partnerships. So I can see why the podcasting role is a fit. Media partnerships. Interesting. Okay. So he's coming from within YouTube, previously working there for 10 years. I guess he just got a different role. And they want video podcasts. Well, looky there. Looky here and looky there.
Okay.
That's us.
What do you think?
We're ready.
What do you think would be an incentive for them? Like if it's money paid to a podcast or a network, what do you think that they'll want?
Well, I mean, we've worked with them in the past, and typically the way this goes is when they try to bolster themselves in a particular segment, they don't really want you to change anything. YouTube.
Yeah.
They just want you to
just stick with us.
Just keep going. Like, hey, if you were, I've spoke about this on the show in the past, how like as far as the business model around these shows, it's a thing that we're still figuring out, right? Like you and I have discussed, like we got to figure out how to make it like fully sustainable.
Yeah.
And so I can see a lot of people that were thinking about having a show like this or had considered it in the past and weren't necessarily confident in the revenue model for a show like this, that it could get some money from YouTube directly for the purpose and feel confident that it's a worthwhile thing to begin investing in. So just as a little jump start. And then probably the contract would state something like you have to post a certain number of podcasts on the platform with video, but I don't think there would be any complexity beyond that. Just
Right.
do this part, keep up your frequency, and then also a typical request would be that it would be an upload first. So if it went to other platforms, then YouTube would be the initial place that it would be available.
Right.
That's another potential request that you would have. But mostly content repository of all kinds in all forms because they want people. And people, who knows what people want to watch
Sure.
today and 10 years from now. And it's a variety of things.